Welcome. Episode 47, BBL Sports, Big Boys League. Jet looking very studious tonight in the library. Ty back with the Marty Supreme look. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I don't know why you usually look like Marty Supreme. Talking some NFL. Have a very exciting college football discussion. And have some trivia, as always. All right, let's dive right in. I don't want to waste any time because I'm super excited to get to our greatest college football teams since the year 2000. We're each going to give our top five. This was a heated discussion last week. It carries over into this week's episode. That is going to be what we get to next, but we have to kick off where we always do. Ty has a trivia question for us, and I might have a bonus trivia question at the end. So, Ty, I will hand it over.
After your question, I got one more micro segment I want to introduce.
All right.
So after your question,
surprise,
we'll back to me.
Surprise segment.
Sneak
I love
segment. All right. Trivia question. Here we go. And I don't think it's that difficult, but it's a good one. Who is the last player to win Offensive Player of the Year and Super Bowl MVP in the same season?
Cooper Kupp, 2021.
Yeah, that was easy. Dang it! I thought you'd overthink it and think further back. I thought you'd think back to some older days. Yeah, that's it though. It's a good one though. Good on Cooper.
Fire. That was a good question.
Triple Crown season.
We are on fire in trivia lately, and I have to tell you, I'm going to tell you the reason I knew that. I knew Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year in 2021 because he had an insane season. I totally forgot Matt Stafford did not win that Super Bowl MVP. When Tom Brady and Burkhardt were talking about Cooper Kupp in the NFC Championship, and they mentioned that he won the Super Bowl MVP, it just stuck with me. I said, whoa, I forgot Stafford didn't win Super Bowl MVP. So, shout out Mount Valley.
Should have been Odell.
All right. Yeah, it should have. It was on pace to be Odell, and then he did what he did. All right, I have a mini trivia question for you guys. Who was the last Big Ten basketball team to win March Madness in what year?
Michigan State Spartans, was it 2004?
Ty, do you have any guesses?
It's been that long? There's no way it's been that long.
It has been.
No, let me think for a second. Has it actually been that long? Because if so, I don't remember that. I was 3 years old. No. I would let Jet do his thing. I have no clue, I guess.
All right.
State 04.
It has been longer than that. Jet, you got the team right. You got the year wrong. It was Michigan State Spartans in 2000. Yes, I believe it was the 2000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 2000, 2001. I think it was 2000. I think it was March Madness in 2000.
What?
So,
yeah.
That's insane. It is an ongoing narrative. The Big Ten consistently has one seeds, national championship caliber teams. They can't get it done in March. Is this the year it changes? We got a couple teams in the state of Michigan that are going to be
Arizona exists
in a top spot. I'll take Arizona won't see the Sweet 16. Book it today, January 28th. Arizona won't see the Sweet 16.
They're going to win the number one overall seed. That never goes well. So let's hear
Exactly. So I saw that stat and
that is crazy.
I had to take a second to think about it and then realize, that's true. So, and actually, somebody asked me that question. I had to think about it for a second. My guess was Michigan State 2000, and I was shocked that I was right. So, all right,
that's crazy.
Trivia out of the way. We'll call it 2-0. We'll call it 2-0 on trivia today.
Sure.
All right, we have a very special sneaky segment from Ty.
I just want to test it out. Let's go. Something to test out. And there are no rules or guidelines to this. All right, so take it as you will, okay? the question, and I guess the name of the segment is, do they have a seat at the table? Okay? Whatever you think the table is, do they have a seat in your mind? If you're setting the table, are you putting them there? The first we have here is, just out of curiosity, does Clemson football have a seat at the table anymore?
No.
No?
Strongly believe that. No, they're done. They're
2018
dead.
national champion, they just lost their seat that fast?
Program is dead.
Jet, does Clemson have a seat at the table?
No. No, that's a resounding no for me.
Okay, next. Does Jordan Spieth have a seat at the table?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
I'm rapid firing. Yes.
I hate agreeing with you, but yeah.
Really?
This is such a random thought, but I just want to say this. I like Jordan Spieth as a person, but for some reason it bugs me watching him play golf, and then it hit me the other day. I realized why. He wears Under Armour, and it really alters my opinion of him.
It's like a Steph Curry contract, though. He can't help that. Yeah, it sucks.
No, it hit me the other day. I'm like, man, I really like Spieth as a person, but I never find myself rooting for him on Sundays, and I think it's because he wears Under Armour golf shirts.
That's fair. Yeah.
So, but yes, I think this could be the year that we see Spieth win a major.
You don't think he can get his seat back? You think he still has his seat? You think he's still at the table?
Yeah, he's still at the table.
Okay. He's still at the table. And and just a slight comparison between the two. Dabo Swinney has not adapted to anything new with college football.
No, I agree.
In the
That's
portal.
why I hate their seat.
Nothing's changed with golf for Jordan Spieth. I think he's obviously just one of the greatest short game players of all time.
Okay, well, I agree with Clemson. I don't agree with Spieth. I think Spieth has lost his seat at the table, unfortunately. Which is now leads me to my last one is Brooks Koepka. Does he have a seat? Now the thing is, Spieth has 3 majors, Brooks has 5, but Brooks has been gone and lived. Did he lose his seat? We haven't heard from him in a while.
He went to the kids' table, and he's welcome back at the table anytime.
I'm going to say yes. I can't say yes to Spieth and no to Koepka.
I thought you'd go no, yes. That's where I went, personally.
Yeah, so I went no, yes. And yes, I'm going to say yes to Brooks Koepka. I am pumped that he's back in the PGA, on the PGA Tour. I love Brooks Koepka. I hate Live Golf. I've been very vocal about that. I am not a fan of Live Golf. So he got knocked down a peg or two.
I heard your comments. I live.
Yeah, I'm not a live golf fan. So he got knocked down a few pegs going to Live, but no, we welcome him back with open arms.
And he's at the table. Okay.
He's at the table. In the majors, if he's showing up at a major.
Yeah, but
what he won 2 years ago, he won the PGA. He'll win.
23.
I won't say he'll win a major this year. He'll be in contention. He'll contention.
He'll play well. I'm just curious if he's still at the table or not. Yeah, sure. He'll probably come back to the table, but okay. So there's that. Then that's all I got for you.
All right, I love that.
The reason why I thought of that is because of Clemson. Clemson does not have a seat anymore, and then I started thinking about other people who might or might not have seats, but Clemson does not have a seat. The game's passed them by.
I like this. You guys will have to tell us in the comments if you like this, because if you like it, I think we make it a recurring segment here. Do they?
Also, comment your questions on who belongs to the table. Who do you think has a seat?
And the table it's a BBL table. Are they at the BBL table? That's the way that I did it.
If you're a host, are you sitting them or no?
Yeah. I say they're Brooks and Jordan Spieth are welcome at our table. They open arms at the table. Dabo Swinney walks in.
No, the door.
Nah.
Getting the serve.
See yourself.
You're cut off, Dabo.
All right. Let's get to
Let's go.
The big one. The one that I've been waiting all week to do because I'm so confident in my top 5. Very confident in my top 5. And I think I might have some surprises in here for you gentlemen. I do have a feeling that there's going to be some crossover. But real quick, let me set the table. We are going to go through our personal top 5 college football teams since the year 2000, and we're going to do it in order. How should we do this? Should one person go through their entire list, or do we each go through 5, each go through 4, each go through 3?
5.
Okay.
I think we should.
I like
5.
that.
We can kind of talk about it a little bit. I don't got much to say about mine. I don't have a ton of notes per team, but
I don't know if you guys did this, but I also have one honorable mention.
I also have an honorable mention. That's fine. So, all right, let's start there. Jet, why don't you kick us off? Who is your honorable mention college football team that did not crack the Joey Jet top 5?
My honorable mention is the 2017 national championship. I have both teams because I think it was bullshit. Clemson won on a bullshit pick play for Hunter Renfrow. But Alabama and Clemson that year were both insane. So, yeah, 2017
very interesting
as a whole.
Okay. My honorable mention is the 2005 Texas Longhorns. Won the Natty, beat USC, Vince Young team. Vince Young kind of carried that team, though. I didn't feel like they had the depth.
Vince Young went for 200 on the ground that game.
Yeah, he was nasty. Wearing ankle socks, by the way. He was nasty in that game. That is like one of, by the way, that is one of my first like core football memories was watching that national championship game. So
you remember 05?
Yeah, I do. I do. So they did not crack my top 5. They didn't have the depth nor the dominance of some of these other teams, so they didn't crack my top 5. But that is my honorable mention, the 05 Longhorns.
We're too young, Ty.
They're mine as well. No,
we're too young, Ty. I don't remember 2005.
Yeah, I'm on. All right, Ty, you're going to kick us off on the actual top 5 here. Your top 5 college football teams since the year 2000. Who do you have slotted at number 5?
I have the 2004 USC Trojans. On an absolute tear. That year they had Liner and Bush, 2 of the greats of all time. They said, I don't got a bunch of stats on this one. I have an article now I just pulled up, but 34-game winning streak across 3 seasons with only Texas stopping them in the Natty.
05.
So they pretty dominant stuff there. But Reggie Bush and Matt Liner, those boys are special. Special.
All right. Ty kicks it off with the 04 USC Trojans in his 5 spot. I will go next in my 5 spot. I wanted to put this team higher, but given the year, the season, it was kind of weird. I had to put them at 5. The 2020 national champs, COVID year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. I tried to go off of the eye test when I did this, and that is just one of the most unstoppable college football teams I've ever seen. Heisman winner in Devontae Smith. Their offense had Devontae, Mac Jones, Najee, Jalen Waddle, John Mechie, Brian Robinson. On defense, Will Anderson, PS2, Brian Branch, Jordan Battle, Christian Barmore. I mean, dude, just unbelievable team.
5 is crazy.
Thumped everybody they played. But because it was a COVID season, I put them at the 5 spot. 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide. Jet.
I love that, Adam. I don't want to reveal any part of my list, but I didn't want to put a COVID season on there, but that team was insane. My number 5, this one is going to upset some people. The 2023 Florida State Seminoles.
Oh, my God!
One of the biggest what-ifs in college football, just an absolute dominant roster, and got absolutely screwed by the committee, so we'll never know what their true potential was.
So that means you have 2023 Georgia above them, because they were 4.5-point favorites over the national champion Michigan Wolverines that year. That means Georgia's in your top 4.
That is hilarious.
It was a special year.
That's hilarious. It's actually not hilarious. I can't even knock it. You know what, Jet? They're not in my top 5, but one of the greatest what ifs of all time. They ran the table. They beat everybody on their schedule.
And then they sat all their players for their bowl game against Georgia, so that obviously did not count in protest of the.
That was a close game, though.
It was.
Yeah, it was close.
But they sat all their players.
They literally had like random students coming off of the streets to dress in that game. Like it was insane how little roster they had. Okay.
I actually played
snake
a snap.
Yeah, Jet actually took 2 snaps under center in that Orange Bowl. Jet, we're gonna snake this. We're gonna snake
like
this.
it.
So now we're gonna come back this way. Who is your number 4?
My number 4, very similar to the 2020 roster, but the 2018 Alabama Crimson Tide, just absolutely loaded. One of the best wide receiver rooms of all time. Probably not one of it. It is the best wide receiver room of all time. Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy. Just an absolute force to be reckoned with. Yeah.
And Tua, a healthy Tua.
Healthy Tua, yep.
Back when Tua was Tua. All right. I won't knock it. I will give you a little bit of a spoiler. That team did not make my list. I put the 2020 team over them. But that is up for debate. All right. My number 4. And Ty, I think I might be surprising you here. But I'm going with the 2021 Georgia Bulldogs. They finally got over the hump that year. They won the Natty. And
2021?
Yes, 2021. Their defense is why I had to put them at this slot. But on offense, you had James Cook, Brock Bowers, Ladd McConkey, A.D. Mitchell. I believe the offensive line won the the Joe Moore Award that year for the best O-line. Or they were in the running. I mean, they were good enough on offense. On defense, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Trayvon Walker, Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, and more. Kelly Ringo was on that team. Some other defensive backs that have gone in the first round were on that team. That defense, that entire starting 11 on defense, I'm pretty sure 9 of those guys are playing massive roles on NFL defenses as top dogs. So that defense is just unbelievable. I'm going 2021 Georgia Bulldogs.
That's crazy. I think, because at 4 I have the 2022 Georgia Bulldogs, who were, I mean, unbeatable. They put 50 on LSU in the SEC championship game, 42 on Ohio State in the semifinal, and then 65 on TCU. They're just better than the team before. That was the best team. They were untouchable. Like, I get, you said everything about 2021. 2022 was, they couldn't be touched. They averaged 41 points a game.
I like the defense in 21 more than
that season. They bulldozed. But I mean, I like yours, but like I think 2022 was just significantly better. They couldn't be touched. They couldn't be bothered.
I'm not knocking it. I gave the nod to 21 over 22. They just had a little bit more talent on defense. And if you remember, that 22 team needed Jaden Fielding, I think, was the kicker for Ohio State. No, Ruggles. Noah Ruggles absolutely hooked the game-winning kick as time expired.
That was a loaded Ohio State team too, though.
It was. But I'm not. We're nice here. We don't knock each other's picks. That's fine. You went 22. I went 21.
Yeah, fair. A lot of good things happening in Athens.
Let's keep it moving. Ty, snaking it back. Who's number 3?
And this one's a no-brainer. 2020 Alabama. Say what you want about the COVID season. Those boys were stupid. And that was COVID season scheduling, so there were no non-con games. They went 11-0 in SEC. And then they beat Ohio State by 28. They won every game but one by at least 17 points. And they had Devontae win the Heisman. They had Mac finish 3rd, and then Najee finished 5th in the Heisman voting. They're just loaded. That team was
stupid.
So, yeah.
Average margin of victory 29 points that season.
Just beat down, dude.
Yeah, it was. And they played an absolute gauntlet SEC schedule.
11 of them.
They
11
got
straight.
Yeah, they escaped the Week 11 Alabama School of the Blind and Deaf game that they usually have. So shout out to 2020 Alabama. All right, I won't spend too much time talking on my number 3 team. This has already been mentioned by Ty, the 04 USC Trojans.
Whoa.
They were wire-to-wire #1 team in the country. Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, Lendell White, Steve Smith, Heisman quarterback, won the Natty 55-19. And 2 words, Reggie Bush. He's the greatest college football player I have ever seen with my 2 eyes. So I have.
And he remembers every snap from that season too. Harley was there. He was drinking beer on the couch with his dad.
I was. Me and my dad would go get a couple 40s and watch USC football on Saturdays.
Reggie go to work. It was Pac-12 at night. You're like, dude, here we go. Pac-12 at dark.
That's where I learned Pac-12 after dark, was that 04 season, 8 years old. So, yeah, shout out to Reggie Bush, a Lion, a Detroit Lion. He did some electric things in a Lions uni. Jet, where you got number 3?
Number 3, this is just purely off a one-man show. One of the greatest college football players of all time, the 2010 Auburn Cam Newtons.
Call me asparagus.
Whoa. Wow. I am not hating on that.
You
want to
leave Bama 2020 off this list?
I did, yeah. I said I wasn't going to put the COVID season on there.
Fair.
But that is truly one of the greatest teams of all time. But, no, you want to talk about remembering watching college football. I just remember being like, dude, Cam Newton is the greatest athlete of all time. So, yeah, they are definitely stapled in there at my number 3. Nick Fairley also on that team. Great defensive player.
Beast, Detroit Lion. I have, as we talk about memories of college football here, I also have a vivid memory of Cam Newton at Auburn. I was sick with the flu, watched the Iron Bowl. They were down, I think it was 20 or 21 points, and Cam Newton on the road in Tuscaloosa led them back. They ended up winning that game, is what got them to the Natty. Yeah, that was great team. Cam Newton, one of the greatest college football players of all time.
Yep. Now we get
all
good.
Right.
Now we get to the
we're getting into the
it's one of 2. Yeah, we all the same 2, surely.
So, Jet, you're leading us off.
I know that Adam had to have left one of these 2 teams off.
There's
which is
no
insane,
way. There is no shot.
Which is insane. My number 2 is arguably, I think most people argue, the greatest college football team of all time, but it was just a little bit before my college football loving days.
Oh, okay.
The 2001 Miami Hurricanes, one of the greatest rosters of all time when you look at NFL talent. I don't think I need to go too much in depth there.
You don't. One of the greatest teams of all time. Maybe the greatest team of all time. We'll see. We'll see what Adam has to say. I'm gonna go at number 2. It's probably what you have at number 1. I'm going 2019 LSU Tigers. Come on now. Burrow, Jettas, Jamar, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Moss at tight end, Patrick Queen, Stingley, Delpit. I mean, it's the greatest college football offense I've ever seen in my life. It didn't matter who they were going to outscore the opponent every single time. It didn't matter who you put them against. So 2019 LSU Tigers, I have to imagine you both have that in your top 2 as well. Ty.
Yeah. I went Miami, and obvious reasons. But I just want to read some names to the people at home. The running back room consisted of Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, and Willis McGahee. We're in the same running back room, which is disgusting. Tight ends room was Jeremy Shockey and Kellen Winslow Jr. Nice. On the defense side of the ball, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, and Jonathan Vilma are just some of the guys. I mean, the names that came out of that team are unbelievable.
Vince Wilfork.
Oh, Vince Wilfork. My bad. Vince as well. Yeah. I mean, there's so many names. Looking at us now, that team's insane. They're my 2, though. But just an unbelievable roster. And then my 1, for one major stat only, my number 1 is the 2019 LSU Tigers. They beat 7 top 10 teams. That's insane. That is just like thinking about it. You played 7 arguably losable games. You can, those are always big time games. They played 7 of those, and they won every single one. There's a million stats about them. Obviously, all the points they scored and everything, but beating 7 top 10 teams is disgusting. And they didn't slip up once or come close to it. So yeah, they're my 1. They're disgusting.
I had a feeling you were going that way.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, it's arguable the greatest college football team of all time. But the only list that matters, Slim's list, the number 1 college football team of all time. Not just since the beginning of time, since 2000, from the beginning of time in college football. The greatest college football team of all time is UM 2001 University of Miami Hurricanes. They're the greatest college football team of all time. They had 17 first-round picks on that roster. 17 first-round picks on that roster. Ty already ran through who was on that team. It's unbelievable. That is the only team in college football history that is deserving of the stupid conversations people try to do where they take like the worst team in the NFL and they're like, who wins, the Cleveland Browns or the Alabama Crimson Tide? The only team you can actually do that with is the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. They were unbelievable. 17 first-round picks on that team. 38 draft picks in total on that team. You play 22. It's crazy. It's crazy. So they're the greatest college football team of all time, in my opinion. Jet.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I really didn't love college football at 5 years old. So the 2001 Miami team didn't really get to witness their greatness. So that is why my number one team is the 2019 LSU. Just watching that unbelievable offense outscore anyone was so awesome. But yeah, I'm really shocked you didn't have Michigan.
I knew you guys.
The thing is, Jet warned us last week that he was taking Florida State, and you said I'm taking Michigan. He's stuck to Michigan.
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. I joke a lot. We joke a lot on the podcast, but I did want to take this serious, and I have a lot of respect for the 2023 Michigan Wolverines. They're not a top 5 college football team of all time.
Are they bottom 5 ever?
The worst team ever in any sport to win a national championship.
Yeah.
People are asking.
Yeah. Who is asking that? No,
Dude,
we talked about this last week.
It's all over the forums.
Yeah.
There's one person that makes you look back at that 2023 Michigan team and be like, were they really that good? And it's J.J. McCarthy. Just
And
because
Blake
of how
Moore.
he's been in Minnesota. He was good at Michigan. Joey can tell you that firsthand. He was a very good college quarterback.
He threw the ball 9 times against Ohio State. Biggest game of the season. Biggest game of his life. He threw it 9 times.
Ty, he meditated prior. He meditated prior to the game.
Are you taking that into account? He threw the ball more than 9 times.
Because he's terrible. That's why he didn't throw it more, because he can't. All you can do is have the big fat boys block for you. It's all you have. You're Miami of this year. It's all you are. It's all you'll ever be. All right, let's go. Let's carry on.
All right, we're moving on.
Wait, can we get a fact check on how many times he threw the ball?
I think it was
Ohio State?
Look it up.
What year was that?
No. I know what you were thinking about, Ty, and I had Penn State in my mind. He only threw the
Penn
ball
State
8 times versus Penn State.
Okay.
Yes, that is true.
If it was 8 versus Penn State and 9 versus Ohio State, that would be hilarious.
No, I'm definitely wrong. It's definitely Penn State.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year was that? 2023?
Who is coaching that game?
Hold on, let me get some stats for you.
Who was calling the offense and coaching that game? That was Mr. Sharon Moore.
Oh, the GOAT.
No, he threw the ball for
20 times for 140 yards. There we go. Nice one.
Yeah.
7 yards a pass. Track down Demon. Carson back.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
Diamond Edwards.
We don't need to talk
had a
about
higher
this.
QBR that game. Diamond Edwards had a higher QBR in that game.
One pass. He threw
For
one pass on a trick
yards.
play.
For 34 yards.
Yeah. Because he has
He's a
an
better
arm.
quarterback. That's why he's in the cover of the game. All right. I'm sorry. I get worked up.
That's just the SEC getting the best of them right there. Okay. We're going to switch gears. I have a little NFL. Jet, we haven't done this in forever. Ty, this is your first time doing it. A little NFL at the end of the season. Is this an overreaction or is this fair? Rapid fire. You guys let me know. All right. We're going to start with some big news from yesterday. Overreaction or fair? Bill Belichick dating a 24-year-old is why he is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Because what in the world are you talking about? The greatest NFL coach of all time is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I'll say overreaction. I think it's because he pissed off Robert Kraft. That's it.
Dude.
Okay.
Wait. It's you said overreaction? Ty?
To the girl being the problem.
I'm pinning it specifically on his relationship and his public image is why he was not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, dude, I don't even know. I that's a tough question to answer because it's like, why? Why would he not be? How is he left off? He's the greatest college. He's the greatest. He's the greatest NFL coach of all time.
Undoubtedly. It makes no sense to me. It's insane. If you didn't vote, I think every voter should have to put their ballot out and show we need to know who were the individuals that did not vote because you no longer deserve a vote in the Hall of Fame.
Should be names. Yeah, you should have to put your name on it.
Like the AP. We see the AP every week.
Exactly. And how many AP voters don't know a lick about football and don't watch the games? It's crazy. It's crazy. But Bill Belichick, I feel for him.
Yeah, I feel for him. It's tragic stuff.
Because that's the thing, right? In 50 years,
it's unserious at this point.
Yeah, in 50 years from now, they'll look back and it's not Bill Belichick first ballot Hall of Famer. It's Bill Belichick Hall of Famer. So that is, sad, terrible, insane. All right, let's move on. Sticking with the team he coached. Overreaction or fair? The Patriots have had one of the easiest Super Bowl runs of all time. They played 2 teams with winning records in the regular season. They essentially played the entirety of the top 10 in this year's NFL draft. People picking in the top 10. And then in the playoffs, they get the broken Chargers with no offensive line. They get bad weather and the 4-turnover game out of C.J. Stroud, and they get Jared Stidham in the AFC Championship game. Overreaction or fair?
Fair. Completely fair.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Permission
to play a devil's advocate. Have they had one of the hardest paths to the Super Bowl of all time? C.J. Stroud, yeah, he sucks. But guess what? Texans, number 1 defense in the NFL. Chargers, number 5 defense in the NFL. Broncos, number 2 defense in the NFL. 3 of the top 5 defenses in the NFL on their way to the Super Bowl. Seattle Seahawks coming in at number 6. They will play 4 out of the top 6 defenses in the NFL on their way. Granted, they've gone against some bad quarterback play, but young QB's getting it done against these good defenses. That was me playing devil's advocate.
Those are good numbers. Those are good numbers.
That was me playing devil's advocate. I actually think it's fair, but something to think about. Something to think about.
No, and I've seen that stat, and yeah, I mean he has. I mean the Houston Texans defense is unbelievable, but when the other quarterback turns the ball over 4 times and their offense can't move the ball, then
Didn't Drake have 4 for his own as well too? 2 in the air, 2 on the ground.
Yeah,
it's a tragic. Yeah,
Drake has not played fantastic football down the stretch here. All right, let's keep rolling. Overreaction or fair? It is 1985 again. Defenses are back. We have, for the last 20 years, the NFL has been moving towards an offensive-minded, offensive-first league, but it feels like things changed a little bit this season. The 2 teams playing for a Super Bowl, dominant defenses, rely on their defense. You're seeing more defensive-minded head coaches emerging. Is this a flash in the pan, a one-season thing, or do you think we are going to see more emphasis on defense moving forward in the league?
Jet, you go
ahead. God, I don't know. I think the NFL relies on offense for viewership and ratings, and that's why the rules have been pushed so far for offenses to be electric. I don't mind it. I love a good defense, but I think from the NFL money making machine, I think that it's a flash in the pan.
Okay. So it's an
I agree.
overreaction.
I think it's a slight overreaction. I think I agree. I'm not there yet.
That's fair. I pray for the day where we have a dominant defense in Detroit. Maybe someday. All right, we'll keep rolling. We'll go quick. Overreaction or fair? Analytics are losing more football games than winning football games for coaches that use them. I just feel like maybe we've gone a little too far with the going for it, with the not taking the points, with the being aggressive. The analytics say you have a 2% chance better of winning the game if you go for it instead of taking the points here. But I don't think that factors in where you're playing, what the weather is, what's happening inside of the game. And I just can't remember another season where I have seen so many aggressive decisions from a coach backfire on them. And we can point to the Broncos not taking the points in the first half to go up 2 possessions in the AFC Championship game with a backup quarterback and a snowstorm coming. Analytics are losing more games than winning them for teams. Overreaction or fair?
I'll say overreaction, but it's close. I don't think that they're losing more than winning. I think that they aren't perfect, though. I'll say that. That's all I got to say. They're not perfect, but I don't think they're losing more than winning. They're having games lost because of it, yeah, but I think overall numbers are numbers. Numbers don't lie. And it comes down to it.
Fair. Jet?
I think it is so fair because here's the dumbest one of all time. In the fourth quarter, if you are down 2 or more scores, you score a touchdown, analytics say go for 2 because you convert on a 2-point conversion more than 50% of the time. So if you are going to come back, you will win the game or at least tie it up by missing one and going for one. That's the dumbest thing ever. If you have come all the way back at this point, you have all the momentum. Why are you risking it by missing that first 2-point conversion? Now you've got all the pressure on you in the world to not only go score again, but now you have to convert on a 2-point conversion to tie the game. And all these teams are doing it when they're down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It's like, holy shit, you come all the way back and now you just have to tie the game up with a 2-point conversion because you missed it on the first one. It's fucking stupid.
See, I disagree with that completely. I love that.
Oh, I love crazy. That. I'm so with Jet on this.
Well, think about it. If you have a 51% chance of getting it, and let's say you get the first time, now you're down 6. Extra point wins the game. You're more than likely going to win it.
I know how
just by the numbers, you're more than likely going to get it. I know, but and then if you don't get the first time, then you have a higher chance of getting a second time.
I have seen it work a grand total of 1 time in my lifetime watching teams do it.
2 scores.
And it was the Chicago Bears this year. It's the only time I've ever seen it work. I have seen teams do it a million times, and I've never actually seen it work. Thank you, Jet. Jet's with me. Jet and I are on, Chloe. Jet and I, we're old school, man.
It is a new age.
By the way, to the viewers.
These damn kids and their analytics.
To the viewers, when I said Adam's older than me, I didn't remember that. He's a month older than me, so I should remember everything Adam does.
It's I was gonna say it's like maybe 2 months. I don't know. All right, last one of the night, and it's crazy. Maybe you guys let me know. Overreaction or fair? The Baltimore Ravens should trade Lamar Jackson this offseason. He's got 1 year left on his deal. You got a new head coach coming in, new offensive coordinator. Don't have to rebuild, but retool would be the right word. And you have a dual threat run first quarterback entering his 30s that's going to be demanding maybe to be the top paid player in the NFL. If you're the Ravens, you should trade Lamar Jackson. Overreaction or fair?
Jet.
Totally fair, but it's like, what are you going to get for him? Like you said, he's probably going to be on lease for 1 year. The only team that would trade for him would have to be probably it would be a trade and sign an extension immediately because they would want to know to like long term terms with whatever they're getting. But the Ravens aren't going to give him up for cheap. Like he's going to be expensive. It would be like a Deshaun Watson type deal with the Browns, and I just don't think that there are big. It's not the NBA. There aren't like superstars really being traded in the NFL like that. And in recent years, when has a superstar trade ever worked out in the NFL? Khalil Mack going to the Bears, I think that was terrible. They gave up like 3 first-round picks, and Khalil Mack, great player, but obviously didn't do anything for the Bears or change their defense. Deshaun Watson was like a sign-in, or I don't even know what that was, but they immediately made him the highest-paid player in the NFL. Terrible. I don't know if he's played more than like 3 games for them. Yeah, I can't think of any big superstar trades, but just there's so much capital and value in the draft. I don't think that the Ravens would be able to get what they actually want for Lamar, and I don't think a team is willing to give up, a lot of draft capital for a guy for 1 year.
All right, before I give any more thoughts, Ty.
I'm just going to say overreaction in the sense that they can't afford to. I mean, they have the defense now. They have like pieces on defense. They have nothing else on offense, really. I mean, Derrick Henry's old too. He's still elite, but like their offense sucks outside of that. They don't have receivers. Derrick Henry's getting old. Lamar's getting old. I think their window closes when those two close, and you can't just keep. I mean, they have the defense. Once you lose Derrick and Lamar, then it's over. You got to kind of run them to the ground, and then you become the worst team in the league. But that's fine. I don't know how they can build an offense that doesn't rely on the fastest quarterback of all time. They can't have a pocket passer with the offense right now. They have no pieces. Let's say get pieces in the core, but I don't think they can do it. They can't. Which Jets right? They can't get what they need. No one's going to pay what they want, and then, yeah, I just don't think they'll do it.
I don't think the Raiders would do it because they have the first overall pick. But let's throw the Raiders in there. Would the Raiders or the Jets trade their first-round pick this year for Lamar Jackson in number 14? Would you take that? If you're the Raiders, you got Fernando Mendoza or Lamar Jackson in the 14th overall pick. Or if you're the Jets,
I mean,
you have your pick of whoever you think is QB2.
I don't think Vegas would. New York's dumb enough to probably do it.
Dude, if I am the Raiders,
Jets might take that deal.
If I am the Raiders, I would do that so quick.
It'd have to be more than just the first rounder, correct? Just the first,
He said first.
Or are you
and
saying
14.
that's just a straight up deal?
So if you're the Raiders, you trade the first overall pick for Lamar Jackson and number 14 overall.
Yeah, I don't think the Ravens are. Do you think the Ravens are?
If I'm the Ravens, I do that deal.
I don't know. You're putting a lot of faith in Fernando Mendoza.
I am.
Who I don't know.
And the Ravens would need some back, maybe a second rounder here, a third rounder there. The Ravens would get some back as well in that. But no, I don't want to spend too much time on that. But that was overreactions or fair. I had to throw that in there. It was something I was thinking about. He's got 1 year left on his deal, and I love Lamar Jackson. I still think Lamar Jackson has 2 to 3 really good MVP level seasons left in him, but he is a running quarterback. He's getting older. All right, let's keep it moving.
Detroit basketball.
And we are going to talk a little Detroit basketball, but before we do that, just really quick, we never talk college basketball on the pod. Joey, we have a big game this weekend between the Wolverines and the Spartans at the Breslin. Both teams tied for first at the top of the Big Ten rankings. Both teams ranked in the top 10, both having fantastic seasons. Michigan, a 1.5-point favorite on the road. We're going to make pick This is going to be the only pick that we're making tonight, but we're going to make our picks in this game. And Jet, just break down. I know you're a college basketball junkie of the pod. What should people be watching for in this game? What should they expect?
Oh, gosh. It's going to be the Jeremy Fears show. And you're also going to see some this is like very surface level, but you're going to see some highlight dunks from Cohen Carr. And then if you want the Michigan side of things, the team is actually unreal, and Yaxel's probably a top 3 pick in the NBA draft. So I don't know. Michigan State's defense it was number 1 in the country prior to the Rutgers game. I don't know if it's still after that, but I think it'll be an exciting, fun game. And I don't know, fun stat for you. We've won 7 out of the last 10.
Yeah, trust me, I know that stat. It sucked. I'm pumped. This feels right, doesn't it? Michigan and Michigan State both fighting for a Big Ten championship, both top 10 teams, both national championship aspirations. It's been a little bit since we've been here, I feel like. Michigan hasn't held up their end of the bargain in a long time with some of those Juwan years. And so I'm pumped about that. And then what I'm really excited about is 2 polar opposite ways of playing basketball. Michigan wants to score a lot of points. They want to pick up the pace. Now, Michigan plays defense. They play defense very well, but they take shots very early in the shot clock. They're looking to pick up the pace. They want to score 90 points. Michigan State, much more defensive-minded, a little more methodical on offense. So that is going to be my thing to watch. Who controls the pace of the game? I think that's who wins the game. And hint, it's Michigan. I'm taking Michigan -1.5. Michigan has not looked true to form really for about a month now. First month of the season, absolute domination, winning by 30, winning by 40. Crazy. They went on a crazy run to start the season. Haven't looked the same in about a month, but they're still winning basketball games. They've only lost 1 game. They beat Nebraska last night. They just wear you down. They score a lot of points. They play great defense. I do worry about this come tournament time. I don't know if they have that guy, hey, we need a bucket, end of the game, go get one for us. They don't have the guy. They're a team full of a bunch of guys, but they don't have the guy. And I think that might come back to hurt them in March, but not on Saturday. Give me Michigan -1.5. Ty, thoughts on the game breakdown? You got any breakdowns on the Michigan State game?
Fact, I didn't know anything about it. I know that number. I assume it's in East Lansing if that number's 1.5.
It's at the Braz.
Give me Michigan State with the points though. Give me the point.
Michigan.
Are you going to parlay Michigan money line?
Michigan money line. I'm telling you guys, I thought I saw the script. If they would have gone to midfield and kicked the field goal at the last second, we hit.
This is, hold on, really quick, going back, the analytics thing. You're down, what was it, 5? You're down 5, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to kick the field goal here. They're going to be down 2. And then they're going to kick a game-winning field goal, and it's going to be flip-flopped. It's going to be the Rams end up winning by 1, not the Seahawks winning by 1.
But
I thought we were getting close to something like that happening. And actually, if they kicked in the score held, the Seahawks would have won by 2. You would have gotten exactly what
there was a route there. We were not far off.
Analytics killed you. But, all right, so Ty's on the Spartans. I'm on the Wolverines. Jet.
No,
Jet, you going?
Sir. No, I will be at Legends in Fenton, Michigan, eating chicken tenders and drinking M43.
Maybe I'll come see you, man.
Are you going to be in
Maybe I'll
Fenton?
come stop by. Nope.
Oh.
But maybe I'll swing by.
Who knows?
Now I might want to be.
Yeah,
I knew you'd be in town.
Yeah.
But you could be there with Why Legends.
Just a couple buddies from... No, sadly no.
BBL blind dating. Next episode.
Blank time. Oh, I'm going to Florida on Sunday, and so I'm bringing a bunch of luggage up to my parents' house so that they can drive it down. They got to drive the golf clubs. I'm not flying with them.
Cool. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Good call. Great call.
The listeners,
what time
listeners,
is it? 1:30?
8:00.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's
1:30.
8 o'clock Saturday.
This is a top 10 college basketball matchup, a rivalry game.
Dude, I don't know.
And
Fox,
you say
I don't know.
one.
I don't know.
noon
Big Ten's known
kickoff.
for their. I don't know. You guys normally don't get the prime slots.
I'm calling for the big noon tip off, but yeah, big game. Go blue. I'm on an island here, so I can get one in the standings. You guys are on NBC.
Give me a second here. I forgot where. Yeah, give me the Spartans.
Okay.
Just,
all right. Yeah. I can pick one up here. And
8 p.m. They're gonna be hammered in there. They're gonna be loud as hell.
On your tail.
How?
I'm on your tail.
From what?
Just
what
need like 6. I need like a 6-0 week, and you to go 0-6. I'm right there. All right. We are almost at time here, so we're gonna hop off. But really quick, the next time we hop on to record, potentially, will be after the NBA trade deadline. So really quickly, the first question: do you think the Pistons do anything? And then second question, completely removed from that: what's your dream scenario? Jet.
So tough because when it's working, it's working. Like, I don't know if I really want him to make a move right now because we've got it going on. When Tobias Harris scores 20 points, we're undefeated, which that's asking a lot out of Tobias Harris. But any trade that we do has to involve him because of his salary. I also think that any other trade,
it does.
I would want to involve Jaden Ivey. I don't really want to get rid of anyone else. I don't really know if there's a package where we send Jaden Ivey and Tobias Harris to really go get somebody unless we franchise a part of the future with it with first-round picks. So, I don't know. I'd probably – my dream scenario is we do nothing.
Wow. Okay. Very quickly, I think we're not going to see anything of substance. I think we'll see a little like a Dennis Schroeder that we traded for last year, like a utility guy, a guy that can give you some minutes off the bench. I think we see maybe some shooting added. I don't think they'd make a splash move. I've been saying this for almost a year though, and the time is now. If you're going to strike and do it, Trajan, please. I want Lauri Markkanen on this Pistons team so bad. He fits so perfect. He is the perfect puzzle piece for this basketball team. I would love Lauri Markkanen. It's going to cost you Tobias. It's going to cost you Jaden Ivey. It's going to cost you future first-round picks. And it might cost Ron Holland, and that one would hurt the worst. That would hurt the worst to give up Ron. But I still do that deal. I still do that deal if we can get Lauri Markkanen. That would be my dream. Him on this Pistons team, they're easy favorites in the East. Ty.
I got nothing. I haven't watched the game yet. I don't have coverage to him. I didn't look into this before recording this, so I got nothing. I appreciate your guys' takes, though. I know we've been looking for Lauri for a couple years now. Let's bring him home. That's my
PBL has been reporting Lauri to Detroit for 2 years now. One of these days, we're going to get proven
Never wrong,
right.
Just early. Just early.
I will have a dream scenario for Ty. This is what Ty was telling me before the pod. He said he really would love Trey Murphy from the Pelicans. I know the Pelicans. Ty was saying
I know.
Ty was saying he knows that the Pelicans are looking to sell, and Trey Murphy is a great piece, perimeter defender, three-point shooter, all-around great player that would be the great piece to a championship run. And I think that we would be able to get, or Ty said he thinks we would be able to get him for, something like Jaden Ivey and Tobias and maybe a pick.
Probably a second rounder too, maybe. So that's sharp. Yeah, sharp thinking, Ty. That I can actually see potentially happening, by the way. And Trey Murphy might fit the DNA of this team a little bit better than Lauri does. Kind of that defensive bad boy mentality. So I like it. We're going to start talking more Pistons Ty, you're going to get more national games so you can watch the Pistons. But we're going to
start
talking more Pistons on here. Now that football's over, we switch gears. Then pretty soon it's going to be Tigers, and then we got Madness coming up. Hockey, Wings, first
Dude, I
place.
can give you my NBA league
Ty's
pass.
got to be our hockey expert. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
I have to cut that out of the episode. Adam Silver's going to see this and show up at Joey's house. You just handing out league pass logins like that, Joseph?
Joseph.
Oh, man. All right, that was episode 47. We did college football top 5 teams of all time since 2000. And talk a little NFL, talk a little Pistons trade deadline. Let's just manifest it. The next time we record, we're going to be talking about how scary this Pistons team is with Lauri Markkanen playing the 4.
Facts. And Trey Turner, what's his name?
Trey Murphy.
Trey Douglas?